It was supposed to be a quick overnight trip, just Ryan and his dog Scout. Ryan had found a spot online, an unmarked clearing deep in the forest. The picture looked clear, untouched, perfect for a little solitude. When he arrived, the clearing was just as beautiful as the photos. Tall trees swayed gently in the wind, and a small creek bubbled nearby. But as he unpacked his gear, Ryan couldn't shake the feeling that he was being watched. Scout, usually playful and curious, stuck close to him, his ears pricked, eyes constantly scanning the tree line. By sunset, the feeling had intensified. He tried to ignore it, brushing it off as paranoia. After dinner, he sat by the fire watching the flames dance. Scout curled up at his feet, but every so often Scout would lift her head, growling low at the woods. Ryan shone his flashlight into the trees, but there was nothing, just darkness and the faint rustle of leaves. Around midnight, Scout's growling turned to barking. She stood, her hackles raised, facing the same spot in the woods. Ryan grabbed his flashlight again and aimed it towards the noise. For a brief second, he thought he saw something, a pair of eyes reflecting in the light, just beyond the trees. They were too high to be animals, and they disappeared just as quickly as they appeared. "Hello?" Ryan called out, his voice trembling. No response, just the wind and the crackle of his fire. Trying to calm himself, he retreated to his tent with Scout. He zipped the tent shut and tried to sleep, but Scout wouldn't settle. She paced inside the tent, whining softly. Then, just as Ryan was dozing off, he heard it, a faint scraping sound, like nails dragging across the fabric. He froze. The sound grew louder, circling the tent. Ryan held his breath, clutching Scout close. Suddenly, the tent collapsed inwards, as if something or someone was pushing down on it. Ryan grabbed his knife and slashed at the tent fabric, tearing a hole to escape. He stumbled out into the clearing, dragging Scout with him. The fire was out and the woods were pitch black. And then he saw them, dozens of figures standing just beyond the tree line, barely visible in the dim moonlight. They didn't move, didn't speak, just stood there, watching. Ryan didn't wait to find out who or what they were. He grabbed his pack and Scout and ran, stumbling through the woods in the dark. He didn't stop until he reached his car hours later, legs trembling and lungs were burning. When he finally dared to look back at the forest, the tree line was empty. But as he drove away, he noticed something in his rearview mirror, a single figure standing at the edge of the road, watching him leave.